Hi guys, Alexa here. Hope you are doing amazing and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a very radical self-care tip which also ties into saying no without offending people. Do you ever find that you're afraid to say no because you are so afraid of hurting other people's feelings or being afraid of what people will think with you? It's often a common fear, and we all really want to be liked and approved by other people. However, when you say yes to a lot of things, next thing you know, you have so much on your plate. You feel so overwhelmed. You might not have enough time for yourself, and you end up being tired, and worst of all, feeling so resentful. And you're not in a good place to show up and being as caring as you want to be. So, what's the solution for that? Is saying no when you need to a good way to take care of yourself? Absolutely. A very influential book that I have read in my life was called The Art of Extreme Self-Care by Cheryl Richardson. As to the importance of saying no, the author, Cheryl Richardson, and her first point was called "Let Me Disappoint You." It was one of the steps to transform your life 1 month at a time. And she often got asked by a lot of readers, how do I say no and take care of myself without feeling guilty? Because again, she even talks about how to not feel guilty about saying no. But it's important to realize that sometimes you need to be really good at disappointing people, which is why she has this theory called "Let me disappoint you in a loving and respectful and caring way." If you take the time to really put yourself first and make yourself the number one priority, imagine when you're so well rested and in a place where you're calm and relaxed. The irony is you are able to show up and really be in a position to help people from a full heart as opposed to being depleted. The other point that she had when it came to being comfortable with saying no is that do come to the acceptance that you don't have to please everybody, because not everybody is going to always be approving, and not to mention, not everybody is always going to like you. When you are trying to get over the guilt of saying no to people, Cheryl also mentions in her book and even her videos that shift your perspective from guilt to discomfort. And the more you practice at saying no to some people in a once again a loving, caring, and respectful way, eventually you'll get so good at it that the discomfort will go away. The biggest lesson that I have learned from getting good at saying no in order to practice self-care, it really opened my eyes to the fact of who really had their best interest in me versus people who were just using me. The more I got good at practicing the art of extreme self-care, the people who mattered stuck around, and the people who did not have their best interest in me faded away. It's another way to think of filtering out who are the right people in your life, who really matters to you, who really loves you and cares about you. You may be wondering, how do I incorporate this self-care practice into my life? Well, how Cheryl Richardson has explained it in her book is buying some time to think about that request that has been given to you before you make a decision. That way, you are not rushing or going on autopilot into saying yes right away. So, for example, if someone makes a request, you can say something like, "Let me sleep on that. I will need to get back to you on that. I'm not sure. Let me check my schedule." This allows you to ask yourself the following questions. Do I have time to take that on? Will I feel resentful if I say yes to this request? If you answered yes to both of these questions, you know that you are not going to be able to fulfill this with a full heart. Let me just put a reminder out there. Self-care is not selfish. It is not selfish to take care of yourself and say no to things if you are not in a position to help people. Over time and time again, as many other people talk about the importance of self-care and putting yourself first, a lot of people always use the oxygen mask example when you are flying on airplanes a lot. You know how they always remind you to assist, to put and secure your own mask on first before you help others. Why do you think that is an important analogy? Well, if you're traveling with a child, for example, if your mask is fully secured on and you're breathing properly, you are in a position to really make sure that the person you are helping out with is breathing properly too. The more I incorporated self-care into my life, I was also able to reciprocate and be understanding if people said no to some of my own requests, because I understood that if you practice self-care and other people practice self-care around you, everyone benefits collectively because everyone can show up and give with a full heart. To sum up this video, it's important to practice the art of saying no. You don't have to please everybody because the people who matter will stick around. And when you make self-care a priority, you will feel so much happier and be able to give from a full heart. So that is my video for today. If you really enjoyed this video, like, comment, and subscribe. I would love to have you as a subscriber. I will be making more videos on lifestyle, self-improvement, veganism, and travel. If you've read the book, The Art of Extreme Self-Care by Cheryl Richardson, I would love to hear what you thought about this book in the comments down below and how it benefited your life for the better. Also, if you have your own favorite self-care tips to incorporate into your own life, please comment down below. I would love to hear them. So anyways, thank you for tuning in to another video. I will see you next one. Take care. Bye-bye.